What it do, homies? We got some SunnyV2. This time, how Post Malone humbled a jealous radio host, Charlamagne the God. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up.
Track to become a mega. Post Malone was on track to become a megastar, and Charlamagne could clearly sense it.
Cause you don't realize you about to be a star.
No, I think I know that it's coming.
Charlamagne therefore spent almost an hour trying to corner and embarrass his guest.
What are you doing for the Black Lives Matter movement?
I don't know.
Although the whole situation completely backfired to Post Malone's benefit. It was August of 2015.
You know, the thing about Charlamagne is that he knows what he's doing, and he's like one of those annoying journalists, right? If you could call him a journalist, I guess, I guess at the end of the day, he's a radio host, but he knows what he's doing, right? He asks those questions. It's basically like his job to make you as uncomfortable as possible, because he's built himself up a following, right? So he's kind of like a bad guy who has accepted his position of putting other people in very awkward situations, right? That's just him, and he's been doing it for years. So, but yeah, I'm not making no excuses. It's just that you go on a breakfast, what's it called? The Breakfast Club show. If you go on that, just know that that's what Charlamagne is going to do. And people keep going knowing that. So I don't know. I don't know who's at fault, Charlamagne or the people who go there knowing that they're going to get put into those uncomfortable situations.
Post Malone was yet to get his first tattoo, and just 6 months prior released his major breakout song White Iverson. He'd done his first radio interview exactly 4 months beforehand, which went extremely well.
I put out White Iverson like 2 months ago. We just hit 2 million views like a couple days ago, which is crazy.
And to keep this momentum going, he'd agreed to appear on The Breakfast Club. The show is well known for being the most listened to hip-hop and R&B morning show in America, and features 3 hosts, one of which being Charlamagne the God, who to be fair is usually an excellent presenter. The Breakfast Club has hosted almost every rapper from Kanye West to Jay-Z, making it a massive opportunity for any up-and-coming artist, which in this case was Post Malone.
And that I get, and it ain't just Charlamagne that's running that and everything. It's just that every time I see him up, and every time I see him or in the news or when the Breakfast Club's coming up, it's usually because of something wild that he said.
The Breakfast Club, special guest in the building.
State your name, soldier.
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
The interview began extremely positively, with Post and Charlamagne bonding over their support for the same football team.
He is from Dallas, and he's a Dallas Cowboys fan.
My guy.
Yeah.
And I tried my hardest.
Yeah.
However, when Post revealed his dad also worked for the Cowboys, Charlamagne's rudeness began to show.
His dad actually used to work for the organization.
What was he, water boy?
He does. He still works for the organization. He's like head of concessions.
See, I said water boy. That's like kind of.
No, he in the office. He's in the office. He's in the office.
Laughing at his dad's respectable job is mad disrespectful. The shit that pissed me off more than anything was when they were basically laughing at Post's dad's concession job. Like, sorry his dad works a respectful job and ain't no drug dealer, would have walked out right then and there. Dear Charlamagne, head of concession for a professional sports teams is a high-level job. They aren't watching over a high school cafeteria. Post Malone responded to Charlamagne's rudeness by kindly inviting him to a Cowboys game.
We get free tickets. We get free chicken strips.
Hot dogs.
It's good.
So he gets free tickets.
Yeah.
Hey, you had me at free chicken strips. Hey, come on now. Hey, they probably crispy in a mug too. Come on, don't sit on them concession stand chicken. It be one of them foods that should be you don't expect it to be good. You expect it to be like low quality or something. I had one at a mall the other day. First time being at it was a college cafeteria, bro. Them chicken strips had no business being that good, bro. I went for seconds, or at least I tried. I only had 1 meal ticket.
That's important. Good seats.
Yeah, sweet.
It was IKEA. That's what it was. It wasn't school. It was IKEA, bro. Why does IKEA got so? I'm getting off topic.
Sweet.
Come on, let's go.
To which Charlamagne responded by insulting Post Malone's look.
FYI, I think all white people with cornrows look stupid, but that has nothing to do with
No,
nothing to do with you. I just think in general.
With this then resulting in an awkward confrontation about the color of Posty's skin.
Are you afraid as a white rapper that you may be considered a culture vulture?
I don't think so. I'm not scared. I'm not scared because I'm not trying to be anybody that I'm not. I'm just trying to, I like what I like. And I don't think I'm biting off of a certain culture or copying a certain culture or trying to be part of a certain culture because, I like what I like.
Charlamagne then tried to trick Post into
just
saying
like that,
the N-word.
Say my don't dance, just full of said. Go ahead.
And do the rock away.
No, say what I just said.
I can't. Y'all trying to get me in trouble.
Before hitting him with another loaded question designed to damage Post Malone's image.
What are you doing for the Black Lives Matter movement?
What?
What kind of question is that?
Is that a serious question?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anything?
I guess what I can do to help Black Lives Matter is I to keep making music. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Got you.
I don't know.
I would have just said nothing.
What are you doing for the Black?
My whole entire thing with Charlemagne is, how do you feel comfortable asking those type of questions, right? That's how you know he's just so far gone. Now, the thing is that I might be making a not so fair assumption about Charlemagne because I don't necessarily listen to the Breakfast Club. So Sunny said that he's a great presenter and everything, and I don't know that much about him. So I'll just reserve. I shouldn't be judging anyways, but I'll just reserve it.
Black Lives Matter movement. That's the type of question you know that no matter how you answer this dude trying to hate you, however, the worst of the interview was still yet to come. Post Malone had brought his girlfriend Ashlyn onto the show, prompting Charlemagne to try and baselessly convince her that Post was going to leave her.
You got a girlfriend, don't you?
Yeah, she's right there.
What?
Ashlyn right here.
Yeah, she's right
Oh, hey, Ashlyn. You know he's gonna end up leaving you, right? The more
don't
famous
say
you
that.
get.
That's not true.
You know, you know, the more successful you get, you're going, you know.
Charlemagne then doubled down on this when his girlfriend got on the
messed up.
microphone.
You know he's gonna sleep with other women, though. You do know that. He's gonna sleep with other women.
No, I'm not.
It's gonna happen.
But
Ashley.
Charlemagne said not only is he going to get urban punani, he's going to be folk, country,
Yes.
pop,
Yes.
urban
J.N.B.
AC.
doubling
Yes.
down.
A man is only as faithful as his
EDM.
options. You know that, right? You know that?
What?
A man is only as faithful as his options. I applaud you for trying to do the right thing,
Oh, I'm gonna keep doing
but it's
it.
not gonna finish that way.
Although this had actually become Post Malone's first real chance to show his overwhelming kindness.
in the honeymoon
Listen. Here's something y'all don't get. I'm not a normal person. I'm
No,
a
you're not.
different type of man, and she's not a normal woman. She's an angel. She's an incredible person, and I don't think I'm ever gonna do nothing to ruin it.
Which ironically gave him more audience favor than if it were just a standard interview.
what's up.
My respect for Post Malone went up after this. He stayed cool the whole time. The more I see of Post, the more I like him. He seems like a good dude. This wasn't awkward at all. He responded very well.
Hey, you got some people that will 100% choke under something like that. They will mess up and say something the wrong thing. So the fact that he kept a cool head, oh yeah, big respect. I've always had respect for Post Malone. I not all his music, but I do like some of his music. But every time there's like a camera coming up and it's like in his face and everything, he always just seemed like super chill and everything, right? Just a chill, down to earth dude.
Posty handled that better than any of us would have, although not every comment was quite so positive. A small percentage of viewers hated on Ashlyn for barely saying anything, prompting Post Malone's first response to the interview by tweeting, "I'm 20, I've done about 20 interviews in my life. Ashlyn's done about 1. If you're hating, get off our dicks. Doo-doo heads, bruh." Before Post Malone appeared on 106 KML to talk about Charlemagne himself.
This about Charlemagne. What's up, Charlemagne?
Homie.
Holla at me.
Ooh, say it to my face.
I'm just joking.
He's so stupid.
I mean, I get it. I mean, that's his job. I mean,
Right.
that's his job to be a troll on the radio and on the internet.
I will say you
much.
handled that very
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, you can't get too excited. Just gotta relax. It's not that serious.
Post Malone expanded on this when talking to Ethan from the
See,
H.
I love that about him, right? I love that about him. He kept his calm cool because the type of stuff that can happen on that can damage your reputation beyond belief. You can immortalize yourself in the wrong or the bad way. You might become a beef, might become a gift. Drake, you know what I'm saying?
3 podcast.
They kind of came at you in a really shitty way.
I think it's really easy to come at me. Just a guy that makes music, and not only that, but I feel like it's his job to be a troll. He should have said something. Like, if you're in that situation, it's a hell of a lot different.
Of
And
course.
The internet's a funny place.
Yeah.
Yet Post Malone later explained in a Rolling Stone article that it might have been better to put the questions back onto Charlemagne. "I wish I'd said, 'What are you doing for Black Lives Matter?' Some sassy shit to shut him up. Like, maybe my music's not the best, but I know I'm not a bad person, so you're just being a hater." Charlemagne being a hater made the Breakfast Club look so bad, they'd wiped the episode from their official channel and
Really?
website, while Posty's humility opened up unexpected opportunities. He began touring with Justin Bieber, had an extremely successful debut album launch, and gained over 1 million Instagram followers, prompting the Breakfast Club to invite him back for another interview, which Post Malone unbelievably accepted. The top comment read, "I'm
He's a
not
chill
sure why
guy.
Post Malone would ever return to this radio show, however, he was set to win no matter what. Either the Breakfast Club treats him disrespectfully, Post Malone keeps his cool and sees growth just like the last interview, or the Breakfast Club treats him respectfully, Post Malone again easily keeps his cool and sees
Win-win.
growth, with situation 2 seeming more likely, given the second interview began by acknowledging how poorly the previous one went.
Oh, he's back.
And he has a Bud Light with him today.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Post Malone.
Post Malone is back.
I wasn't here, and it got rough.
It
No,
didn't
that's-
though.
It didn't get rough.
People always tweet me like, "Yo, you were so hard on Post Malone." How? We had a conversation.
Well, you did say
Troll.
that he was gonna lose his girl, but
And she's here.
However, Charlemagne's jealousy had only gotten worse,
What's the
couple weeks
hardest
ago.
thing? Is it like the stardom? Is it the money? Is it the fame?
resulting in him instantly trying to sabotage Post's relationship with Justin Bieber.
He got mad girls in the studio,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
mad drugs, mad
stuff.
alcohol.
Just a little
You never
weed
been over
probably.
there?
Oh, in the studio?
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean not really.
You never been in the studio with him with a bunch of
No,
girls?
yeah, I mean not really. This man eats salmon 3 times a day, and apparently that's very good for you.
Apparently.
Yeah, but what about all the drugs?
He doesn't do a lot of drugs. He
smokes
doesn't do
weed.
any drugs.
He smokes
actually.
weed.
Yet Posty kept his cool and instead did the opposite.
Hey, you and Justin really developed quite a friendship, huh?
He's a good guy, you know. I love him, and I have so much respect for him.
This would later bring their friendship even closer, although in the meantime, Charlemagne was still trying to ruin Post Malone's relationship.
How did you hook up with Kalani? Because the one with Kalani's dope.
Beautiful
Like
young
the-
lady.
No, she's super dope. She's super dope.
Beautiful
talented,
young
too.
lady.
Super dope.
Stop
Isn't she
it.
beautiful?
Ashley, is she beautiful?
Yes.
She said yes.
Yes.
Bro, the amount of times he
So
said
you're not
that.
allowed to even like acknowledge that girls are beautiful? No, he never said that. He said she was dope. He didn't say she was beautiful. So you have to ask Ashley like stuff like that?
Like,
Because I'm
in-
sure the
in
women have come
regards
at
to
you.
what?
Yeah.
Ashley was
There it
right
is
there.
again. Here it is
Really
again.
trying to-
Round 2.
I'm sure the women have come with you.
Which was ironic given Charlemagne constantly talks about this man's woman and trying to get her on camera, but he goes out of his way to make sure nobody knows what his wife looks like. Posty responded by again inviting Charlemagne to a free football match.
Can you get Charlemagne tickets?
Yeah, I mean, if you're nice.
I'm
to
going
me.
Sunday.
They gotta go with each other. Y'all gotta go with each other. Like sit
Let's
next to
go.
each other in the game.
Nah, no.
Oh, you
If
don't
you
like
could
me?
go, if you could,
No, I don't
Yeah.
dislike you, but I
Hang
don't
with
like the
Tommy,
smell
you
of
can
beer
hang
and
with
cigarettes. And Post Malone smells like every beer and every cigarette that's in whatever convenience store in New York City right now. It's the new Kid Rock right here, ladies and
How is
gentlemen.
it-
With the kid
I do know reading an article that he goes through quite a bit of cigarettes, but I thought he was what was his latest album? The Carrot, the 24 Carat, was that the one where he was pretty much he got a big huge introspective on his life, I believe. And he has a kid now, I believe. So yeah, he was talking about a whole lot of life changes and everything. Now, I'm not really caught up that much, but hasn't he turned his life around ish, right? Don't smoke that much, don't drink that much. I got to go back and look.
rock comment leading to another booby-trapped question.
Did you vote for Trump?
I didn't vote.
Tell me more. Because
About
you're
what?
young and you got a voice. I would like to know your thoughts
Tell me
on the
more.
current system.
Do you feel like one of them was more fit than the other, though?
I mean,
If you had-
I'm gonna talk about that with my friends.
What do you do when you experience racism? Like meaning that you're around some white people who may be being racist. How do you
I mean,
use
I
your
don't
power?
hang out with racists.
Charlemagne disrespected Post Malone over.
You tweeted once that I don't know, I don't follow you on Twitter.
And over.
Did you listen to it?
Absolutely not. I might though.
What do you mean, absolutely? You might like it. You might like it.
However, Post Malone had again managed to keep his cool, resulting in even more favor from the audience. Everyone is talking about how rude they were, but what stands out even more is Post's ability to not let them under his skin or at least not show it.
It's
He's a
it's
great
hard.
dude with a lot of compassion and love for what he does and everything / everyone around for him.
And one thing that he ain't seeing right here is that ultimately he is just in control of his emotions, right? Because I always tell people that, you know, if you ever get offended, it's not your fault. It's not the person who offended you's fault. It's your fault for allowing yourself to get offended. You stay in control of your emotions. You'd be surprised at what kind of slander you can keep your cool through. And that's how Post Malone handled himself here. He's a guy who's in control of his emotions. Accountability. It's like venom to some of y'all.
Respect for this dude and the way he conducts himself, while everyone only had the opposite to say about Charlemagne. Charlemagne hella disrespectful, he's the product of jealousy. To see a kid much younger than you living your dream, it's gotta be tough. Someone's feelings are hurt because the best they'll ever do is a morning radio show, and Post made dude feel stupid just by being his nice positive self, leading Charlemagne to then invite someone dressed like Post Malone onto the show, just so he could mock him. It's therefore no surprise that when asked about Charlemagne a year after the Breakfast Club, Post Malone calmly told Rolling Stone, "He's not a good person, he hates me because I'm white and I'm different. But we're still rocking and we're still successful and he can't stop it." Although this would only reignite their beef, as Charlemagne responded, "I don't not like people because they're white. I just didn't like him because at the time I thought he was whack," adding that he loves Rockstar and encourages Malone to keep growing, keep winning, although only 10 days after this
That last
Charlemagne
sentence
was
is
saying
dope.
the
That
opposite.
last part. Smart.
After reading this Rolling Stone interview, not only is his music not my cup of mayonnaise, but neither is his personality. Because you're not as talented as you think you are.
Charlemagne then went to the effort of convincing other podcasters that Post Malone sucked.
You don't like Post Malone. I think he's trash. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about that. Why do you think he's trash?
Which clearly didn't work.
I don't even understand how you are this successful and this biased.
I'm not biased. You think Post Malone is a dope artist? Yes. Why?
He
When I
is.
met him, he was a really good guy. And he had really great energy.
While even Jake Paul, who had his own beef with Post Malone, told Charlemagne his attacks were baseless.
We actually went back and forth on Twitter.
Post is trash, but go ahead.
I mean, he's number one.
Still trash. You can be number one and still be trash.
Numbers don't lie, bro.
He's trash, bro. Numbers do lie sometimes. Numbers don't tell a whole tale.
All right, well.
He doesn't like Post, as you can see.
Damn, Jake Paul actually taking a W, and so was
Never
Post
thought I'd see
Malone
the
in
day.
his own lane of music. Beer Bongs and Bentleys, released just 4 months after the Jake Paul interview, peaked at #1 on every chart in every country, while Hollywood's Bleeding performed equally well, turning the Breakfast Club interviews into an insignificant chapter in Post Malone's
I didn't
come
know
up.
that.
Charlemagne, however, still hadn't moved on over 2 years later.
You gotta kick 2 people out right now. You trying to kick out the rap game because you real critical about rap.
Post Malone.
Although it finally showed that he'd been somewhat humbled,
Post Malone, definitely though, and for no other reason other than I'm probably hating.
which could also be felt during a Vlad TV interview.
I'm cool, clearly, with white people being in hip hop. Just respect why you're here. You're here because of these people that
Backlash.
laid the foundation for you to even have the platform of hip hop to stand on.
One of Charlemagne's most respectful and entertaining traits is that he sticks to his guns and refuses to be a pushover, although in this case he probably should have made an exception.
Just don't be a dick, because like dicks get places, but then like at the end of the night, you're gonna not be able to fucking sleep.
Well, yeah. Anyways, y'all, I was actually going to react to this, the 80% Pit My Ride. I was very, very interested in it. If you guys want me to react to that, just let me know that. See if you guys, see if we can get this to like 600 likes, right? It's the end of this video. Dave's out.